In terms of prepping and survival, the principle of waste not, want not is more than just a saying, it is a way of life. As we prepare for potential SHTF scenarios, it's essential to recognize the value of everyday materials that we might otherwise throw away. One such material is styrofoam. It's often seen as mere packaging waste, but it can be surprisingly versatile and valuable resource in survival situations. So let's take a look at a few of the many ways styrofoam can be utilized in survival context and underscores why you should never throw it out. The basics of styrofoam. Styrofoam, which is technically known as expanded polystyrene, or EPS, is a lightweight, durable material made from polystyrene. Its unique properties include excellent insulation, buoyancy, and ease of manipulation. These characteristics make it an invaluable resource in various survival applications. Shelter insulation. In survival situations, maintaining your body heat can be a matter of life and death. Styrofoam's excellent insulating properties make it ideal for lining makeshift shelters. By using sheets of styrofoam to insulate the walls and the roof of a shelter, you can significantly reduce heat loss, making it easier to stay warm in cold climates. This can be particularly beneficial in emergency shelters made from tarps or other thin materials that offer little natural insulation. Clothing insulation. In addition to shelter insulation, styrofoam can also be used to enhance clothing insulation. By placing thin sheets of styrofoam inside your clothing, you can create an extra layer of warmth. This can be especially useful in situations where proper winter clothing isn't available. Styrofoam's lightweight nature ensures that it adds warmth without significantly increasing the bulk or the weight of your clothing. Improvised rafts and boats. Waterborne survival scenarios present unique challenges, including the risk of drowning and the need for reliable flotation devices. Styrofoam's inherent buoyancy makes it an excellent material for constructing improvised rafts or boats. By securing large pieces of styrofoam together, you can create a sturdy, buoyant platform capable of supporting your weight and carrying supplies across bodies of water. This can be particularly useful in flood situations or when crossing rivers during an escape from danger. Life jackets and flotation devices. Beyond rafts and boats, styrofoam can be used to create personal flotation devices. By fashioning a basic life jacket from styrofoam and securing it to your body with straps or rope, you can ensure you'll stay afloat in the water. This simple yet effective use of styrofoam can be a lifesaver in scenarios where drowning is a risk. Kindling and fire accelerants. In survival situations, the ability to start a fire can be crucial, as we know, for warmth, cooking, and signaling for help. Styrofoam is highly flammable, and it can be used as kindling to help start a fire. Small pieces of styrofoam can be mixed with other tinder to create a quick burning fire starter. But it's super important to use styrofoam cautiously, as it burns with a toxic smoke. Therefore, only use it in well-ventilated areas or outdoors. Waterproof containers. Keeping essential items dry is vital, especially when dealing with food, electronics, or important documents. Styrofoam can be used to create waterproof storage containers. By lining a box or container with styrofoam and sealing the edges, you can ensure that its contents remain dry even in wet conditions. This can protect your supplies from rain, floods, or accidental submersion in water. Sealant and gap filler. Crushed styrofoam mixed with certain adhesives can create a waterproof sealant. This mixture can be used to fill gaps and cracks in shelters, boats, or containers, preventing water from entering and causing damage. This makeshift sealant can be particularly useful in emergency repairs when conventional materials are unavailable. Floats and bobbers. Fishing is a vital survival skill, providing a reliable source of food in many environments. Styrofoam can be easily shaped into floats or bobbers for fishing lines. By attaching these styrofoam pieces to your fishing line, you can keep your bait at the desired depth and detect bites more easily. This simple adaptation can significantly improve your chances of catching fish and securing a food source. Fish traps. Larger pieces of styrofoam can be used to construct simple fish traps. By creating a frame from sticks or other materials and lining it with styrofoam, you can build a floating fish trap that can be left in the water to passively catch fish. And this method allows you to conserve energy while you're still acquiring food. Food and drink storage. In warm climates or during hot weather, keeping food and drinks cool can prevent spoilage and ensure you stay hydrated. Styrofoam's insulating properties make it an excellent material for creating improvised coolers. By lining a container with styrofoam and adding ice or cold packs, you can keep perishable items cool for extended periods. This can be super important for preserving food in survival situations where refrigeration is not available. Trail markers. In wilderness survival scenarios, maintaining a sense of direction and marking your path is essential to avoid getting lost. Brightly colored styrofoam pieces like fishing lures can be used as trail markers. By attaching these markers to trees or placing them along your path, you can create a visible trail that helps you navigate and find your way back to your starting point. This can also assist search and rescue teams in locating you. Fragile item protection. Again, in survival scenarios, you may need to transport fragile items like electronics, glassware, or medical supplies. Styrofoam's cushioning properties make it ideal for protecting these items from damage during transport. By wrapping or lining containers with styrofoam, you can absorb shocks and impacts, ensuring that your fragile items remain intact. Earplugs. In some survival situations, blocking out noise, or in everyday life, can be essential for getting rest or maintaining focus. Small pieces of styrofoam can be fashioned into makeshift earplugs. By inserting these into your ears, you reduce noise levels and create a quieter environment. This can be particularly useful in noisy environments like urban areas or when trying to sleep in a noisy shelter. Floating tools. When working near water, there is always a risk of dropping tools or equipment or your phone into the water and losing them. By attaching small pieces of styrofoam to tools or equipment, you can ensure that they float if dropped. This simple adaptation can save you from losing valuable items and make it easier to retrieve them from the water. Styrofoam, often regarded as waste, can be an invaluable resource in SHTF, survival, and even everyday scenarios. Its unique properties of insulation, buoyancy, and versatility make it useful for a wide range of applications. By understanding and utilizing these survival hacks, you can significantly enhance your chances of surviving and thriving in emergency situations. So, never underestimate the value of styrofoam. Never throw it out, as it just might be the key to your survival in a crisis.